Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just
Speaking into the void.
But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Well, hi.
Hello, Hot Vibes, and welcome back to our recap of The Next Prince, episode 9.
Yes, there's some. I don't say like lore, but there's at least some like people who have. I don't know. There's some stuff. There's some story.
There's some things happening
There are things happening.
and there were certain things that were said that raises some questions, specifically about the ending. Because the way they framed it, and the way it was said, and the way I interpreted it, was a way I wasn't expecting. But now I'm wondering why. I'm trying to be vague until we get there to reveal it, but like...
Yeah. And I
Okay.
watched this 2 days ago, so my memory has erased a little bit of it. So I'm gonna need to talk through it in order for me to remember.
That's what this is for. That's what we're here for.
Exactly.
Yeah. So how was your week this week?
Right as I took a big bite of muffin. Jesus. Alright.
Sorry.
How was my week? Ow. Well, my back is spasming again. Oh my god. Bro. The Old Guard 2 is out.
Oh, right. Yeah, how was that?
I watched it. Okay, so have you seen the Maze Runner movies?
No.
Fuck.
Wait. Which one?
All of them?
I saw the first one, but I missed like the first like 10, 20 minutes of it.
Damn.
And I don't remember anything about it, but I know I did.
Okay, well
In
the first one is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the second one.
Okay, well then, no. Sorry,
No.
you lost me.
God damn it. Well, I'll just say this. If y'all have seen the Maze Runner, specifically the second one, it ends with his friend Mino getting captured, and a couple of their other friends too, and taken away, and then he's like, alright, I've got a plan. Let's do this. And then it cuts there and ends, and you have to wait until the next movie to see what he does. They pulled a Scorch Trials, bro. They did, and I don't know if there's gonna be a third one.
Well, I feel like there must be if they left on a cliffhanger,
You
or at least they're
would think.
planning on one. Like, they at the very least have an idea for the third one. Whether production makes it happen, I don't know. But like, they at least have an idea for a third one.
You would think. However, the director has said, I don't know what this means, but the director has said that because of other stuff that they have to work on and that they're obliged to work on, they won't be back for the third one if there is a third one. So I'm like, so was it? Are you like? Does that?
Well, but the director and like the screenwriters and like writers aren't the same role. Like, so like they could have had like a story planned, like already, and they just need to like flesh out a script. Like, that's what I think. And then it's just like up to production and like ratings if it gets renewed or something.
I don't know, bro. I really want there to be a third one. Because some people said the second one wasn't that good, and I'm like, I really liked it. It wasn't as good as the first one, but it was still good. And it was so good because Quinn's back, obviously. Quinn, from the first one, the locked in the thing.
Yeah, I knew it. I remember at the end credits, I'm like, I knew she'd be back.
She'd be back. She'd back. She was rescued by the first immortal. So Andy wasn't the first immortal. It turns out there was someone before her, like way before her, and she it turns out she woke up one day and lost her immortality, and she's fucking pissed. So she's trying to take out all immortals.
Who, Quinn?
No, the first immortal. She saved Quinn because she was like, I want to take out all the immortals because I'm pissed I woke up without my immortality.
But why would she save an immortal if she wanted to kill all the immortals?
Because she was still down there alive, just waking up every day then. So she got her on her side by using her anger at the fact that she was down there and Andy was up here all fine and living. Like, she coerced her into more anger. She was like, She's
Oh,
been
that's
up
fun.
here living her life free up here while you've been down there, like suffocating day after day, and it made her pissed. Like her and Andy fought for a second too, and so like, and it turns out she's like taking out all the immortals. You know, like how do you do that? They're immortal. Like she found a way. She went and you know Henry Golding, the actor. Have you seen Crazy Rich Asians?
Yes.
Yes, the guy, the guy in Crazy Rich Asians.
Which guy? There's a lot of guys in there.
The main guy, the main dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yes.
Yeah, he's in there too. He's an immortal, and he's living in Korea. So like they went to Seoul, and I was like, hey,
Hey.
I was like, yo, but so she went to go see him because like Niall had a dream that the first immortal went, attacked him enough so he was incapacitated, you know, because he's an immortal, so he can't die, and took all these books. She took like a whole lineup of books, and it turns out in those books are their entire history, like all immortals' entire history. And she figured out in those books that that there is a last immortal, and the last immortal, when you are injured by the last immortal, whether it's a paper cut, whether it's anything, if the last immortal wounds you, your immortality is taken away. And it turns out Niall is the last immortal, the one that joined the team last in the last movie.
Oh.
Which is why Andy lost her immortality, because Niall stabbed her when she was first taken by Andy.
Right.
Yeah, so that doesn't line up for me because I feel like that wound healed. And in the movie, Booker is injured by her and he immediately stops healing. So like, I don't know how that works out. There was a little plot hole there.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might not make full sense,
Yeah,
but
there's
I
a sense
like the idea. I like the idea of that.
There's a whole idea there, yeah. So I feel like the first immortal ever.
It's better than the whole universe deciding to stop and take it away thing.
Hey, I like the universe one, but as we know, Booker didn't want to be an immortal. That was the whole reason he like kidnapped or like he hurt Andy, so you know he could try to figure out a way to die. So now that he has a way, he like was like, "Hey, Niall, let's spar," and had her injure him without her knowing. And I was like, "That's kind of sucky for her. Like she didn't know she was doing that. Like, like I would like."
But would she have done it?
No.
Exactly. So it's like, but if that's what he wants,
yeah.
Like he wants to die. Like, I actually don't hate that because I feel like it makes more like because it's his own like he's been living this shitty life for hundreds of years or something. Like I think it's like he wants to end it, he should be able to end it, and if that's the only way, so be it.
Well, he got his wish. He died.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. It was saving Andy as well, because apparently another thing is you can give your immortality before it's gone. You can give it to someone else. I guess through like want, like if I look, I don't know, like I don't. There wasn't a physical way to do it.
Okay, that's a little weird, and now you're kind of losing me a little bit. With
Okay,
that.
okay. But there was. It didn't seem like there was a way because me and my mom throughout the whole thing were like, "Do you have to like touch their hand? Do you have to like?" We were like, "How do you do that?" And then like, it seemed like he just like willed it. Like he was just like, I want to pass it to Andy kind of thing. Because Henry Golding's character said it must be given willingly. So I guess like once Booker decided that he was willing to give it, because it was harder than he thought. Because he was like gonna give it to her, and then he was like, oh wait, shit. Because giving it up is actually harder than he thought. So eventually, like he was just like, yeah, well, I give it to you. And then suddenly, like she was hit and she started healing, and she was like, shit. And then he was not healing, and so he like shoved her out of a door, locked it while these other guys came in and basically like beat him to death while he attacked them. Like he killed them, but they also killed him. And she was like screaming and banging on the door. Oh, it was emotional. But while all this was happening, Miss First Immortal had her goons like take out literally everyone else. Like I think it was Henry Golding's character and Joe and Nikki were in one room. And she like nitrogened the room like dry ice, and so they were like frozen. Like that's one way to take them out, frozen on the ground. They can't really move. So like she put them up into bags, and then she like what was it like suctioned the bags? Like what's it called? Like took all the air out of it. So she's got the three of them, And I think she took out Niall at one point too. I can't remember. No, she did. She took out Niall at one point. Just by stabbing her to a point where like she couldn't move, and had to like it was a bigger wound that needed to heal. And before she did that, Niall accidentally sliced Quinn a little bit, so Quinn's lost her immortality. And I'm like, motherfucker. So right now, the only person who is like good and not captured and has their immortality is Andy. Like Joe, Nikki, and Tua, I think still have their immortality, but Andy's like not captured or anything. Quinn isn't either, because like once she lost her immortality, she's like, I don't need you anymore. You did the work I wanted. You got everyone here. And so Andy and Quinn like spent like the end of the movie was them spending like some time while Quinn healed, just in the little place, like the book room, the library that Henry Golding's character Tua had, and I was like, because like throughout the whole movie, I'm like, I'm gonna need y'all to kiss right now, because like the way they were like up in each other's faces and fighting, I was like, y'all, this is like so gay. But at the end of it, she was just like, all right, I'm gonna go get my team back, because I don't know if she kill the first immortal. I'm not sure if she did, but she was like, I'm gonna go get them. You coming with me? And then Quinn was like, no, you're coming with me. Like it was really cute. And then basically they like race each other to the door, and then the movie ends there. And I'm like, bitch, you pulled a Scourge Trials on me? Are you kidding me? And now I don't even know if there's a third. So I'm losing my absolute mind. But yeah, it was good. I liked it. I specifically liked the second half more. I think the second half flowed a bit better. But and the first one will always be my favorite. It's got a special place in my heart. But it was good. I was like, 5 years later, you finally give me something, and if you make me wait another 5 years to find out, I'm gonna lose my shit. But anyway, yeah, that happened this week. that was basically my recap, my Pit Babe recap.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if anything else happened this week. I watched Squid Games. That's right. I didn't watch season 3.
Okay, I was gonna say, did you watch all of it or just season 2?
Just season 2. I'm not on season 3 yet. I was gonna wait. Probably today, maybe I'll watch it. It depends on when my cousin goes home, because my 11-year-old cousin is staying with us a little bit, and then she's going home for like 1 or 2 days, and then coming back to sleep over again. So it's in somewhere in those days. I'll watch it. But yeah, I kind of see what you mean.
It's not what I mean.
No, it's what
everyone else
yeah.
means.
Yeah, it's what everyone else
Everyone
means.
shipped Ino and Jihan, and I'm like, I never. I mean, I was like, and here's the thing: I get the whole people love enemies to lovers. I love enemies to lovers. We all know that. But I never saw it.
I see why.
Yeah. I personally would not. I mean, I know I'm against or anything. I'm just like, I didn't like.
I don't ship it because I know how evil he is. But like when but for half a second when I was watching it, I was like, "Are we about to kiss right now?" Like when there was like a moment. I don't remember which moment, but there was a moment. So I was like, the second you told me that at the end, I was like, you know what? I did see something.
Yeah.
So
no, I will say, but what season 2 did really well would make Ino like one of my favorite characters.
It was interesting.
He became like one of my favorite characters, and it's great. So that, I mean, I'll give him that. I just did not ship him and Jihan, and I still don't.
No,
even after season 3. I never saw it. I mean, I can see the appeal, and I see why. I did not ship.
We'll see what season 3 does for me. I don't know. I'll have to see. But one of my favorite twists in the show was in, I think it was either episode 1 or episode 2, was when you find out that the girl at that worked at the amusement park, she's one of the guards.
Yeah, she's not a player. She's a square or triangle or whatever.
Yeah, it was like a triangle. I think she's a triangle.
Yeah, I think she's triangle. Yeah.
Oh my god, what a great twist! All right, how was your week?
Okay, so Pip Babe episode 10.
Oh yeah, I saw some gifs on Tumblr.
What kind of gifs?
Sonic and North gifs.
Oh yeah, so Sonic and North finally kissed and got together.
Yeah, I see that. That's actually kind of cute. There were some cute gifs.
No, I will say, they were like the sweet and wholesome couple of the episode. Like it was like such a because okay, so first off, they're all depressed because they think Dean's dead. He's not when Tony and Winter kidnapped him and he's in a coma.
Fuck.
So, but they all think he's dead. So Sonic feels guilty because he was so sus of Dean this whole time, and he kind of feels like Dean did that to prove himself as a trustworthy ally, and now thinks that he's dead. So he feels guilty. North was there to comfort him, kissed him, and then later they have a scene on the roof where we're North is like looking away from Sonic, and he's just like, "I like you," and he's like, "What?" And it's like it was very cute. They were very cute, very wholesome. And they agree to do long distance once Sonic goes back to Paris.
Yeah,
So,
those are the two GIF sets I saw: the kiss and the talking about long distance.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's cute. And then I scrolled down and it was like Pit Babe. I was like, oh motherfucker. I was like, I didn't know it was Pit Babe.
Look, here's the thing. Again, Pit Babe has some cute shit in it sometimes. You know, like it's not all about Pit and I almost said Pit and Babe. And it's not all about Babe and Charlie.
Oh no, it's about Pit and Babe.
Like yeah, no, like if you look at some of the other couples, they're like, oh, actually. So yeah, that happened, and then Babe was able to find Charlie where Willie had him. They also pulled out the chip that was in Willie's head. Yeah, because he had a chip that gave him his alpha powers, and that Tony could blow him up at any minute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they removed that in the lab, and so that happened with that. And now Charlie and Babe made up, so they're good terms. And then I believe the Dumbass Award this episode went to Alan. So something that I never really mentioned because I didn't realize it was going to be such a big role is that Alan needs to have surgery.
Oh.
Because I guess he was in a racing accident like years ago, and it like has to be like back or something, and like his like body's like kind of like giving out or whatever, and he needs to have surgery, but he keeps putting it off because he's like, no, we're dealing with like Tony and everything, and like the race, and like I need to be here and be able, like don't have time to get surgery and recover. So he's been focusing on that and been dodging his doctor's call and all that stuff. So Winter met up with Alan and showed him that Dean's alive in a coma. And so he's like, come with us, we want to make a deal with you. And so he goes with them, and Tony's like, okay, so I just want Charlie's blood. So if you give us Charlie's blood, maybe we'll give you Dean back. And Alan's like, okay, but I want to sweeten the pot a little bit. I want you to make me a special alpha. I want you to put give me the power that make my body not be giving out without the surgery. So I don't need to get the surgery.
Bro, we're really gonna give up our integrity for that.
And he did.
Oh.
and then of course Alan didn't know about the chip at that point. So afterwards, Tony tells him he's like, so by the way, I put a chip in your head that can explode any minute.
Yeah.
So now you really need to give me Charlie's blood. You can't double cross me.
What
so
the
now
fuck?
he went and yeah, no. Again, the Dumbass Award went to Alan this week.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh my gosh, how are you gonna do that? Really? Oh.
Yeah, so he went back. He told everyone he went to a different doctor and got like, it was like special treatment that fixed him or whatever. But Kim did notice there were like some like blood, like there were like some veins, like blood veins, like marks that's like, oh, something happened. And Kim noticed it. And so I'm assuming he's gonna be like, hey, something's not right here. Hopefully. Yeah. And there was no Ken in this episode, which is sad. But yeah, that was Pit Babe.
Snazzy.
Okay. The next prince?
The next prince. We got something to talk about.
Okay. So, we pick up with Kanin talking with Papa's shark, and Kanin is getting flashbacks to
the protest, yeah.
Yeah, the protest attack. And he pretty much says, okay, so the guy we found the guy who started it, and he's gonna be in jail for life.
Yeah, honestly, Papa Shark seems very, like, blasé about all of it. Like, he's very, like, oh yeah, don't worry, we got him. Like, it's very, he's gonna just be in jail for life. Like, he doesn't seem, like, worried about his citizens. He just seems very, like, he's stating information. Like, it's very emotionally cut off from whatever the fuck is happening. Like, he doesn't care. And I was like, when I saw him say that, I was like, I don't know if I'm with you on this. It's something
Yeah. So there are two reasons I think of that. One is that the guy attacked the prince.
Yeah.
And that's like a big no-no, and so it's like you have to be in jail for life, and it's like done. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
Or secondly, is that he might be Yusuf's. Like, this might not be the first time something like this happened, and he's like, you know what? We just capture them, throw them in jail, the end.
A twisted new season of The Traitors is finally here.
What did I get myself into?
The prize, $250,000.
I'm gonna lie and cheat and do whatever I have to do to win.
If you're gonna come for me, I'll finish you.
Shame on you!
I'm out for blood.
It is like a firing squad. Boom, 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 boom.
Let the games begin. Emmy Award winner, The Traitors. New episode streaming Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. Only on Peacock.
New Year, same extra value meals at McDonald's. So now get 2 snack wraps, plus fries, and a medium soft drink for just $8.
For limited time only, prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Hawaii, Alaska, and California, and for delivery.
I don't know which one, though. But then he says, he's like, no, don't do that. Like, it wasn't, like, his fault. You know? And then, you know, Papa Shark kind of just dismisses it. And he's like, let's not speak of this. Here, I got you a gift. And it's not a champagne pearl. It's just a regular black pearl.
Yeah, it's a black pearl. Like, I was like...
In, like, a brooch.
What's interesting is, like, this isn't a big thing. But, like, maybe it is. He listened to it and be like, I really want to see the champagne pearl. I really want to see the champagne pearl. I just came here because I want to see the champagne pearl. And then he's like, here you go. A black pearl. I'm like... Is it, like, it seems like a small thing. Like, it's very inconsequential to the plot. But
this feels important.
It feels important.
Like,
why does it feel important?
So I got 2 theories. Again, 2 thoughts after this.
Okay.
One, it just showed up that Papa Shark was not listening to him at all.
Yeah.
And was just like, hey, I'm giving you gifts. Here you go. That.
Random gift.
Or... what if that happens to be a family heirloom?
I had a thought too that maybe it's either a family heirloom or he just was not actually listening to anything Kanin was saying.
Yeah, he wasn't paying attention, wasn't listening to him.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then they give him all sorts of like food.
Or it's nothing, and we're just reading into it. But I feel like we're not.
That felt weird.
That felt weird, right? I swear that felt weird. It wasn't just
because right before he's about to open it, I was like, oh, did he get him a champagne pearl thing? And he's like, no, it's just a black. I'm like, that's a little. It felt like it was purposely trying to mislead us, but why?
Yeah.
Why?
But why? That's our whole question for the entire show. But why?
Yeah, but why?
But why?
Yeah. So then later we have the king talking with Papa Shark, and he's like, look, yeah, don't worry. The tax all sorted out. Kanin's fine. There's no need to worry. And then that night, Kanin is sitting on the beach, and Sharon goes over to him. And he kind of just like, you know, he's still dealing with the whole aftermath of the protest. And he's like, like, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here? My royal clothes, doing nothing? And he says, like, even Prince Wasin seems suspicious now. I believe that's Papa Shark, right?
Yeah.
Prince Wasin. Yeah. So now, because they're still trying to figure out who's behind all this, and now everyone's becoming a suspect. Everyone they go and meet is like, oh,
exactly.
Maybe they're a suspect.
That's literally what we are dealing with here. Everybody seems like a suspect at some point.
Yeah. Though I will say, a bigger suspect that we already had on the board is climbed the ranks a little bit, based off a conversation that happened.
Yes, but Papa Shark wasn't on our suspect list. So now
we'll
we're
throw
gonna
him on there then.
Yeah, we're gonna add him. King of.
I was gonna say if Kanin himself is saying he should be on the suspect list, we should put him on the suspect list.
Exactly. Then it's our duty to put him on the suspect list.
Yes.
We have King of Bhujar. We have the King's ex-lover, which we don't even know if is happening.
Maybe question
we have
mark.
The King's twin, which we don't even know if it's happening or not.
Right. Yes. Both of those were my theories.
Papa Slytherin. We have Papa Slytherin's butler, but not Papa Slytherin.
Wait, why didn't he? Because we didn't see him. Wait, why didn't we put him on the list?
Because I don't know. You said Papa Slytherin butler, and then like, well, in this we do see.
Well, I thought Papa Slytherin was already on the list.
No, he wasn't. So
okay, go fucking add him to the list.
I'll put them both.
I'll
put both on the list once we're at the end of this.
Well, I don't. Here's the thing. I don't know if it is Papa Slytherin based on what happened later this episode.
Bro, the king ain't even on here.
What? No, I've been suspecting the king since like the. Okay.
I know. I don't know why he's not on here.
It's like our most obvious suspects were not on the list. What the hell? This isn't Scooby Doo. Come on.
But we have Papa Slytherin's butler and we have the King's butler on here. So I will add those 3 people. We also have Papa Prince. So
I was gonna say I thought they were already on the list.
And we have Mira apparently with a question mark. So no, I'll add those 3.
Well, yeah, I mean now, yeah, I mean. Anyway, Sharon starts explaining his point, and his perspective from the whole, protest thing, where he would, like, just trying to protect Kanan and keep him safe during the whole thing. And then, when the two of them return to the room, Chakri is there, and Kanan's like, why are you hiding the iPad?
Yeah.
And just like, no.
For half a
like,
second, I was like, did Chakri do it? No. I was like, what are you doing?
So Kanan takes the iPad and sees a bunch of people shit talking him online.
Yeah. Not doing anything, and I understand why.
And he's like, wait, is this true? Like, are the people really, like, are what they're saying about the mines really true? And he starts asking Chakri and Sharon, and neither of them answer him, so he's like,
so that's a yes, yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, well, now I can't even trust my own family.
Yeah. I could tell you that. Like, I could have told you that.
Then that night, Sharon is on the phone with someone, and he's asking them to get more info on the person who tried to harm Prince Kanan as well.
Probably. I'm gonna guess Venish. But it might not be.
But Venish, he's doing his own thing with the dad.
Yeah, but, like, maybe he's like, add this to your repertoire. Like,
maybe.
Add this to your tasks.
But then he asks if he read a letter he sent them. And the person on the phone says, like, oh, it might just be a prank letter to throw you off.
No, that's right. I heard, that's right. He said that, and I was like, wait, what are we talking about? Like, what is that? What does that mean? What letter?
I don't know.
So there's a letter out there that was sent, what, to who? To Charan?
Yeah, maybe with, like, threatening Kanan or something, and he's like, and it's like, oh, maybe it's just a prank, bro. I don't know.
I'm so intrigued. Like, where the fuck did this letter come from? Like, what is this?
I don't know. Do we miss a letter?
I don't remember seeing a letter. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I don't know.
No
maybe
idea.
This is a new little thing that we're gonna have to pay attention to.
Maybe we'll get a flashback about that or something. I don't know. Then later, the next day, Kanan and Sharon are back, and they visit the king. And Kanan's like, hey, how are you? And he's like, oh, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. And so he starts asking about why the people were protesting and what they were saying during the protests. And the king kind of dismisses it, and he's like, well, do they have any proof? Because if not, then, like, it's just their word against ours.
It's like,
there's no actual evidence.
There is proof. Everybody's lung capacity is, like, going way down. What? There's proof
yeah.
everywhere, bro. Why else are they getting sick? Like, everybody. Like, why? That's the proof.
Yeah, well, and plus we know as the audience that Kanan's Papa Horse was talking about the mines in the last episode.
Yep.
So then he dismisses Kanan, but tells Sharon to stay. And they start talking about the Earl Grey tea again.
Dude, yeah.
Which we know is Kanan.
Yeah.
And he says, he's like, no, the right choice that you bring it from the UK. That was smart. But even so, there are times when trivial matters trouble me. And they seem to take away so much of its taste.
Bruh. Oh, I hate that statement. When I heard him say that, I was like, asshole. I was like, bro, it's like he's less valuable now because he has opinions.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
And so then he adds, I'd like you to take a look into the source of the distractions so that we may stop the trouble before it begins.
I mean, basically, you're telling me to go look into the mines. I'm gonna go do that.
No. He's pretty much telling him to keep Kanan away from the mines.
I know, but he said look into what's troubling it, which I know doesn't mean go look into the mines. No. But I know Charan, or at least Kanan could be like, I mean, that's what's troubling me. I'm gonna go look into it.
I don't think that's what he meant.
No, that's not what he meant. But they could fuck with him and make it that.
I don't think they do that, though. Anyway, then in the hallway, Kanan talks to Chakri, and he says that Prince Calvin is now at the palace awaiting an audience with you. And so he meets Calvin in the library, and Calvin says he saw what happened at the square during the protest, and he was like, oh, I felt concerned, and I want to make sure you're all right. And he's like, I'm fine, I just feel bad about everything that happened. And Calvin says, I feel bad that I couldn't be able to be any help of you. Because obviously he was invited, he said he would go, but he never showed.
Yeah.
Kanin explains the reason he went was because he wanted to understand more about the protest and learn what exactly was going on there. And asks him about his friend who was there and wondered if he shared any more info about the protests.
Kanin basically susses out that, like, he's like, oh, a special friend.
Yeah.
Ah.
But Calvin says no, he doesn't know anything, and he just feels guilty about it. Kanin's like, I say you just go, because maybe go talk to him, because, it won't be, what did he say? Something about a special someone? To hear the truth from someone else?
Yeah, that's true. Like, you wouldn't want, are you special to someone? To hear the truth from someone else. So it's like kind of just letting in, like, oh, you know that I like this guy.
So Calvin goes to Jay, and then he starts saying why he wasn't in touch and why he didn't show up. Jay asks where he was, and he's like, oh, something urgent came up. He's like, if it was so urgent, you couldn't even tell me. Send text, anything.
Yeah, literally.
And then we get a flashback, and Calvin's texting his mom, an alive mother. We have a living mother.
Finally, we have a living mother.
In Bhujar. We have a living mother.
But also, the mother's alluding to the fact that maybe Calvin's dad is not the nicest dude.
No, I got a lot to say about those.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
So, Calvin's mom says you should be more careful. Sends her a tweet about someone saying, oh my god, it's Calvin from Bhujar, it's Prince Calvin. AKA his cover got exposed.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, he wasn't fucking, like, disguised.
Yeah, he was just walking around, bro.
Like, he just, like, wore regular clothes. Then his mom texts again and says, if you don't want things to escalate, don't do anything reckless again. Your father won't take it well if he hears about this.
What does that mean, bro? Like, I'm intrigued.
Papa Bhujar is not a good guy, it seems.
Yeah, or at least he's a very strict guy. We don't know fully the things yet, but, like, at the very least, we're seeing that Calvin should be worried about him. That's as much as we've got, but it's enough for us to build off of, which we will.
Well, we already had him on the suspect list.
We do have him in the... Yes, we do.
I was gonna say we better.
We do.
Because, like, we already were
he's the first one on there.
Just based off nothing. We did base because he was on the family tree. That's all we had.
That's all we had, and that's all we're basing.
And now we know he's his mother's warning her son about her husband, which kind of says a lot. And
now he's suspect number one.
Honestly, he might be.
He's the first one on our list anyway, so yeah. Let's definitely keep an eye on him, because, like, it's weird that this is all we know about him so far, is that something weird's going on with him, so. Okay.
But then Jay does call Calvin, and he answers it. And it seems like he's about to try to, like, bail and say he can't go, but Jay's like, oh, I forgot to tell you the address, here it is. Send you the location, and he's just like, okay, great. And then back in present day during the apology, Calvin says, look, I just want to clear everything up about it. I'm sorry I didn't keep my word. And Jay's like, that's not why I'm mad. I'm mad that you just disappeared.
Yeah.
And you didn't talk, and you didn't, like, reach out to me or anything.
So, like, we might not be together or anything, but, like, it's like you said you were coming and then you weren't, and I was like, oh god, did something happen to you? Like, I was like, I wasn't like, hey, he's not here. Like, it wasn't angry about that.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, where are you?
And yes, and he's like, did you think I wouldn't be concerned if you didn't show up?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think?
Like, bro.
And then Calvin takes Jay's hands and says, I'm sorry I disappeared and didn't tell you what happened. And I won't make you feel that way again. And I swear someone saw this and started taking pictures.
Oh, I'll bet.
It wasn't revealed yet at all.
No.
But I'm just saying, the second he grabbed his hand, I'm like, someone's gonna see this. Someone's gonna see this. It's gonna get back to his dad, and he's gonna, like, murder him or something.
He's gonna, like, murder him or something?
But, like, it wouldn't surprise me.
He's gonna attempt
People are sending people to, like, murder people already.
Yeah.
Like, that's not that crazy of a theory. Really, even though I'm saying it as a joke, it's not that crazy.
You make a point. Like, sure, we didn't see anyone take a picture, but this would be a prime thing to take a picture of in a BL.
Well, yeah, but also we didn't see the picture that the mom sent either. But we saw that scene.
That's true.
And so it's like, it could easily be a thing where, like, it's like, oh, Even with like Kanin and Sharon, like they got pictures taken of them, and we never saw it till like it was already posted online.
Exactly.
Anyway, now we're biking with Ramil and Peitai. His muscles are not that sore today. And Ramil is leading and says that if you win, I've got a prize for you tonight. And this is when Peitai kicks it up a notch and starts speeding past him. And as they start biking, gunshots at
Bro,
them happen.
I was like, oh shit. Like first I saw like the ping off of a tree and I was like, wait, what? And then like immediately I was like, shots, what the fuck are we like? Oh my god, this escalated.
Yeah, so the two of them like jump off, they hide behind a tree, they're like, oh, are you okay? We do see that Peitai does get grazed a little bit in this arm.
Little graze.
And then they hide behind a tree, and one of the guys who was firing at them comes at them with a gun and pointed right at Ramil's head, but then gets shot by one of the guards.
Bro, when he comes up, I was like, oh no, there he is. And then they shoot him, and then they're like, you okay? He's like, yeah, go find the guy. I was like, I thought that was the guy, so I guess there's more than one guy.
Yeah, and obviously this was like the hitman per se. It wasn't like the actual like sender, who we learn later. So it seems.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, well, yeah, so it seems. I'm intrigued.
No, see, I believe this, and I'll get more why I believe this later, and it's not just my anti-King bias. It is there actual a good reason why I believe it.
Okay, then we'll build up to that because I don't know. I'm intrigued that this might not be the answer we're looking for.
I don't know. It's anyway. We'll get there, but this is where when the guards come in, he's like, "Oh, are you guys okay?" And Ramil realized that Peitai was shot in the arm, and he is bleeding. Again, with the light gray that didn't like go through or anything. And Ramil like tells his guardian, he's like, "You go find him." And then we're back in the bedroom, and we see that Peitai had been bandaged up. And Peitai says it was better that it was me and not you, because if something had happened to you, I would never forgive myself.
Oh.
Yeah, and they're holding hands. They're being real cute.
It's very... I don't want to bring 911 into this, but it's very 911 because in, it was season 4, end of season 4 when Eddie got shot. And, Eddie was like, oh, thanks for looking after Christopher while I've been in the hospital. And he's like, yeah, no problem. He's like, still, I think it would have been better for him if it was me that got shot. And, like, it was a whole thing later. He's like, sit the fuck down. He's like, no, you're not gonna do that to yourself because, like, you're not, you know, expendable, you're not this, whatever. And it's like a very big scene with all the shippers. Like, it's like the scene that we were all like, oh, shit, I think something's about to happen with them. And then nothing did. So, like, it really affirms me that two people who are together in this show are doing the same shit. And, it's romantic.
Yeah. Though I will say, I feel like I would be someone in that very similar situation where, like, I got shot or whatever, and it's both, like, whether it's my lover or friend or family or someone I'm close to, I would probably say, like, oh, well, it was better me than you. Like, regardless of who it was.
Well, yeah, true, but...
Like, but no, I do get what you mean in this scene. Obviously, we know they have a relationship.
Yeah.
And they do care for each other. And Ramil does tell him, he's like, look, like, this was not your fault. But, like, don't say that.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I will not let this slide.
Yeah. Oh, hell no. Him?
Whoever dares to harm me and my people must face consequences.
Yeah, Peitai got grazed and he's like, fuck that. No. Death. Immediate death.
Oh, I love this. I love it. And it was also just like the change of the scene where he's like, oh, don't worry, it's not your fault, don't worry. And now we're gonna find this person and kill them. It's okay. Like, it's just like, it's like a sudden change. I'm like, oh, I love that.
It's okay. Let's go murder someone. It's alright.
Yeah. So then guards come in and bring down the person. And he's like, oh, please spare me. And Ramil slaps him.
He's like, oh, no.
Yeah, he's like, nah, see. And he's like, who put you up to this? He says, I was acting under orders from His Majesty, the King.
Is that all he says?
To observe you from a distance.
I have a thought.
My defense for it being the King comes later. So if you have a thought to say now, or is it later?
I guess I'll say it now because I can't remember what comes later.
Okay.
This thought just came to me like now, like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Which king? There's a king in Bhujar
That is true.
who's apparently has a mean streak. That's all I'm saying.
That is true. Okay, I could see that because I don't trust the King of Bhujar either. Like I'm already, but I just thought it was the King of Emily. But
I feel like we haven't seen like anything from the King of Emily that would say he'd like I mean we do, but like he's sus a lot of the time. But like also, what the fuck does this guy mean? That like I was sent to observe you from a distance. It's like okay, were you also sent to shoot me? Like
that's what I don't get.
Like what do you mean?
Well, Ramil says after he said that, he's like, how can I ever trust you? Like, what makes you think I would believe that? He's clearly already very like not trusting this guy. Like apparently took shots at him.
This guy could have been like someone else in the woods that was observing him from a distance on orders of King of the Asawati Matins, right? But like he could have been observing them from a distance while this other guy was acting under orders of someone else. Maybe the King of Bhujar, maybe someone else. But maybe they're two different people of two different groups. I don't even know, bro. Something's not adding up.
I don't know. But then we get a scene later where Ramil's talking with his dad, and he's like, "Oh, were you hurt?" And he was like, "I was fortunate to come out unharmed, but my companion, we know it's Betai, was injured." And his dad says, "It's good that you're safe."
Yeah. Oh, thank God. Look, what do you mean, thank God?
Completely dismissing Betai, and I noticed that, and I'm like, "You little shit! I fucking hate
Literally,
you."
I was waiting for him to say anything like I was waiting for him to say something like that.
He just dismisses it.
I was sure, like, the second he said, oh, Betai was injured, I was like, okay, what's he gonna fucking say to this? Was he gonna say, great, or like, what a little
better
shit,
him than
like,
you.
shut the fuck up? Yeah. And he fully went,
Might as well have.
well, it's good you're safe. I was like, ugh.
Yeah. But then he asks, who was bold enough to harm you? And Ramil says, I suspect it could be two clans that would take delight in my misfortune, which is the Phoenix and the Horse clans.
It could very well be here's my thought. It could very well be the King of Bhujar, because maybe he's trying to destabilize this competition. Maybe he thinks that in shooting Ramil's gonna be like, well, there's only two fucking people it could be, and go after the other two. And then it'll completely destabilize everything before the competition. They'll all fall into ruin by destroying themselves, and then the King of Bhujar can waltz in and go, well, Calvin's been here the whole time, we'll take over. I got you.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like we're putting too much eggs in the Bhujar basket right now, so I do want to take some out and put some in the King of Emily basket right now. And then Ramil says that his guards captured a man who claimed he was sent by the king. And Papa Slytherin's like, that old man just so happens to be sick right now. Guess I'll have to pay him a visit. It's funny how he frames it, like, he just so happens to be sick. Like, obviously, and we know he was faking his sickness earlier.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what he said here.
No, because he sent Kanin to Minanajaran. Is that what he pronounced it? He sent to the Blue Shark Kingdom. He sent him there. So like that's.
No, he sent him to the Shark Tribe. Yeah.
So he was gonna go with him there, and then he said, "Never mind." So I don't know. Because he wasn't gonna go here. So but like. I will say the Papa Slytherin does move through it quite. I don't want to say like slippery, like I guess smoothly at the very least, without like arising suspicion or too much suspicion.
Well, he arises suspicion. The king literally asks, and he's like, "Are you implying something?"
No, but the way he lies out of that is very smooth. He's just like.
No, yeah, no, I do agree, but like I'm sure the king is already. He already could tell he was accusing him, which, again, raises more point that could be King of Emily being because why else would you, like, if you're so quick to defend yourself, odds are that the reason you're defending yourself.
Yeah, means you have a story ready.
Yes. But we're not there. We're not there yet, so we'll put a pin in that for 2 seconds.
Guilty. I will say this though: guilty people don't have alibis ready. I've learned that from many of the cop shows I watch.
So then Papa Horse talks to his dad, and they're playing chess. And it seems like he's trying to talk to him, have a conversation. The king just focused on playing chess, and he's like, "Yeah, checkmate."
Checkmate.
Not paying attention to whatever his son is saying.
Yeah.
And his son's like, I believe it would be wise to start to clear negotiation with the miners.
Yeah.
And the protesters. And then the king's like, it's your turn. Are you playing the game?
He's fully like, no, I don't give a crap. I'm not doing that.
The king does not care.
He doesn't care.
I'm like, he sucks.
He sucks. He fully sucks.
Yeah. And then you know, his son protests more, and he's like, come on. And he's like, okay, look. You're planning to do something that's not needed. Like, it doesn't matter. And his son's like, well, if we refuse to listen, how are we ever going to know what they truly want?
Yeah.
And the king says, Emily still needs a lot of income from the mine. If you don't want to see it face an economic crisis, do as I say. And then he has to be still playing the game. Because, again, that's all he cares about in this fucking scene.
All he cares about. Again, the chess comes into it.
But then the king says something.
Oh, what did he say?
So the king says, are you playing the game or not?
Mm.
Because if you're not, why bother staying around?
What?
That feels like it's code for something.
That does feel like it's code for something, but I don't know what it'd be code for, except for the fact that maybe this guy isn't actually his son or the prince.
That's what I'm seeing. Like, maybe...
But, like, here's my thing. If we raise that suspicion, then the entire suspicion about the night that Kanin's mother and him were attacked, because one of the first things we see from this guy is the king going to him and being like, Kanin's alive, and him being like, what? So if that's fake, then the whole night raises suspicion about what's actually real about what happened that night. Like, everything's falling apart.
What if the Papa Horse was adopted, and he actually doesn't have the royal bloodline per se, and that's why he's kind of like, and he pretty much adopted or took him in. Maybe his wife can have a baby or whatever the situation is, but he knew he needed an heir.
He needed an heir
to fight for him. So he was like, he adopted a baby, and he's like, maybe they went on a trip for 9 months or something. And they're like, oh look, we have a baby now. Haha, fun little getaway.
And knowing him, he'll still be like, oh, you're not actually my son, so fuck you. So but he needs an heir.
But also, it would make sense if Kanin is actually the Papa Horse's son, because remember, the DNA test only connected with him. And so maybe it is, biologically, Kanin is Papa Horse's son, but he's not the king's grandson, biologically. Therefore, he had no royal blood, which means he had no stake to the throne, which is unfortunate, because honestly, Papa Horse seems like would be a very good king, based off what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
But if it goes against the king, maybe he'll expose it and be like, actually, I've been lying. He is not my son. And then would it, blow that whole thing up?
But then that means we're pretty damn sure that he's Kanin's father. And honestly, I'm still not 100% certain on that.
I don't know. I'm just spitting theories.
This is a mess.
Anyway, now we get back to the scene we alluded to earlier with the king, Papa Slytherin, and Ramil. They're worrying how the king's doing health-wise because they heard he was quote-unquote sick.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I'm fine now. And then he turns to Ramil and he's like, I heard you were hurt. Is that true? And he's like, no, I came out okay. But there was someone who took a shot at me, pretty much.
Yeah.
And he says, I met with a person who you sent to watch over me. Thank you, Your Majesty.
Oh, that's something.
And then the king says, well, that was just to put my mind at ease. So he admits to sending someone there.
Yeah, he admits to sending someone there to watch over him. He doesn't admit to sending obviously he wouldn't admit to sending someone over there to shoot at him. But it also raises the question, was that guy ever there to shoot him, or is there someone else that actually fired the shots? Did those guys even have guns? I don't know, bro. I don't know.
But then Ramil and Papa Slytherin play innocent, and they're like, well, unfortunately, we haven't caught the culprit yet. So that's still a mystery. We still know who that was. And the king says, leave that matter to me. I'll have someone look into it. Which I'm like, bullshit, because if it was him, he's gonna be like, nah.
He's gonna be like, oh, I totally looked into it. Nothing.
And then Papa Slytherin asked, but do you have any idea who the culprit could be? And this is where the king, he's kind of like, wait a minute. Are you implying something?
Yeah. I mean,
Like, do you intend a deeper meaning in your question? Papa Slytherin's like, no, there was nothing implied, Your Majesty. I only ask out of curiosity. I want to know your input since you're the king. You probably know a lot more than I do about everything here.
Also, I completely said it wrong earlier. I think I said guilty people don't have alibis prepared. It's innocent people don't have alibis prepared.
Yeah, no, I still figured what you meant.
That's what I meant, and my dumbass decided to say something else.
I still put together what you meant. That
Okay.
like the fact that he already had something planned. It's like he knew he'd be questioned because he knew he'd be suspicious, and he knew that he had to come up with a good story.
Yeah, which is weird. So, oh no, something to think about.
But then Papa Slytherin and Ramil are in one of the rooms. And Ramil's still pissed about everything that happened.
Yeah.
And someone's at the door, and it's one of their guards. And he comes in and says, we have not identified the criminal yet. And Ramil turns to his dad, and he's like, look, we know that, like, this is the doing of the Golden Horse Clan. Why aren't we doing anything?
Because, like, here's my thing. What if we mushed all of this together with Joe? Like, what if Joe was sent by the same people that these people are sent by? Like, then it would make sense that it would be someone not in the Golden Horse Clan, because why would he fucking kill off his own heir? Like, why would he do that if he wanted to secure the Aswatinwatin's, like, continued ruling? So, like, if Joe is also part of this, and was sent to kill him, the same way that these guys were sent to kill Ramil, who would send them?
The Phoenix Clan?
Bhujar.
Or Phoenix Clan.
I don't think the Phoenix Clan would do that,
But
though.
here's the thing, but we haven't seen them get attacked at all.
Not yet.
And so it's like, okay. I know, not yet.
We hadn't
Next
seen Ramil until this episode.
We saw him last episode, dude. We saw a lot of him last episode.
No, we saw a lot. I mean, get attacked. My dude.
Oh, sure. Okay, but like, no,
I know we
no,
saw
well, no, but that's I thought you meant we haven't checked in on him in a while, which is true, we haven't. But but right now, 3 people are competing for the throne. 2 of them have been attacked so far. 1 hasn't. Could she get attacked in the future? Yes. But as of right now, she's the only one that hasn't been attacked yet. Which is why it poses at least a conversation to have that the Phoenix Clan might play a part in this.
Yes, for now.
If she gets attacked in a future episode and it's like, then so be it, then they're all getting attacked and it leads more to Bhujar. But right now, the only person who gains something from both Ramil and Kanin being out of commission would be the Phoenix Clan.
Yeah.
And it could be because Papa Phoenix originally thought, he had no stake to the throne, it's never going to happen. Then when Ava stepped up and she was able to join, now he's kind of like, wait a minute, I could become king. I could win this. I need to make sure that she fucking wins, and went head on targeting Ramil and Kanin and get them out of the way so I can be king. And maybe that's why, because right now we think that the person who attacked Kanin was the Slytherin tribe, and we think the person who attacked Ramil was the Golden Horse Clan.
Yeah.
So those 2 are already gonna be butting heads against each other, while Phoenix Clan stays back all innocent.
But also, he doesn't seem like the kind of person to do that. Like, he seems like not a great dad, but he doesn't seem like a vengeful wannabe king. He doesn't feel like that.
Because he never thought he could be king until Ava entered the competition. Before that, as soon as Ava was born and that was his only child, he thought he would never be king. He was like, whatever, there's no point. Now that she's in the competition and there's a chance, he's willing to fight. Like, he could have lit a spark in him. Granted, we haven't seen that yet, I don't know. But
yeah, I'll hold my breath on that one.
It's not something to rule out.
I don't see it, but alright.
He had the chance to be king, and this is a whole royal family mess. Like,
honestly, in accordance with this, also we could say Mira. Mira could be the one because, like, if she wouldn't want to kill her.
It could be Mira. It could be Mira. That's the thing. I like whether it's the king or the prince of Phoenix Clan himself, or it's Mira doing all of it for Ava. Regardless, I still think that someone in the Phoenix Clan could be operating behind this.
Alright, I'll hold my breath for that one. We'll see.
But anyway, so Ramil's saying, like, why don't we attack the Golden Horse Clan? Why aren't we doing anything? And Papa Slizera says, you think that you can take them down without any proof. And he says, don't forget who's behind them. And after talking to that old man, he neither admitted nor denied it.
Yeah,
because he thinks that he has all the power to do whatever he wants. Which is fair.
Fair. He would not admit
whether he's behind it or not, he definitely thinks he has the power to do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's just him in a nutshell.
Then we have Kanin in bed scrolling through all the stuff about the mines and stuff, watching all sorts of videos. Not really putting himself at ease. Then we got Sharon the next morning, talking with the king, and says that some of the protesters have indeed worked in our mines.
Yeah.
And the movement with the protest has grown larger, with workers and students joining from all cities.
You want proof? There you go.
Yeah. And the king's like, things like this spread quickly like wildfire. And Sharon's pretty much saying, like, yeah, they're still gonna keep doing this. The worse the situation gets, the more people are gonna speak out about it. Then Kanin storms in, and he pretty much called out the king.
Fuck you.
And this is the first time we saw the king snap.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Like, he slams on his desk.
He
and
got
he's
angry.
Like, Kanin, shut up.
He got angry, bro. He was done.
And then I think that would also when Kanin realize that he knows what's happening. He knows that it's the truth. He knows those people are right. And he knows the king isn't doing jack shit about it.
Not anything, yeah.
So that was fun to see.
Yeah, he fully snapped. It's very now Kanin is clued in, because before it was very much like he doesn't really know his grandfather in quotes, so like he wouldn't be like, oh, he's an evil dude. He just is like, this man is my grandfather. But now we're starting to see the cracks in his personality, and Kanin is too, and he's like, huh, this guy's not the best. Maybe I shouldn't blindly follow whatever he says.
Yeah. So then Kanin is out on the balcony and Sharon joins him. And Kanin's kind of mad at him too, because Sharon knew exactly what was going on. And he didn't tell him. Yeah. And he's still upset about that as well. Which, fair.
Fair.
Yeah. And he says, look, I can't sit around, be silent, and do nothing. And Sharon says the mining and weather problems aren't something we can just fix right away.
Yeah.
And Kanin's tell him to stop talking like his grandfather. Which makes sense because Sharon's kind of been like the king's puppet almost. Exactly. So the fact that he is speaking like that tracks. And Kanin says he just wants the truth of the matter.
Yeah.
And Sharon leans in. And it's like a very like almost seductive thing. And he whispers and he's like, if you want to find out, I'll make sure to get the answer.
So he is gonna probably go looking into it. Because I think he's starting to, his allegiance, I don't want to say, is starting to sway from the king to Kanin, because he's obviously very much in love with Kanin, and so it's starting to be like, I don't really care about, like, the king right now, because now the king's starting to be like, hey, keep an eye on him, because I don't like what he's doing, and he's like, my Kanin? No. And so now it's starting to shift the relationship there, so.
Anyway, then we get waterboarding.
Fucking Christ. Yeah, I was like, we don't get waterboarding, we get drowning. The, like, waterboarding is like, you, like, tip someone's head back with, like, the towel.
I thought it was like the same thing. I thought it would like threaten to kill someone with water.
I don't think it's the same thing. No, I think there's waterboarding is specific. You, like, have someone's head
well, whatever, drowning. He dunks the guy's head in water and keeps him in there for a prolonged period of time.
Yeah.
And it is fucking Servant Slytherin.
Yeah.
Who's doing it, and he's like, so, are you ready to talk? And he asks the guy, and he's like, who do you work for? And the guy stares at him, gives no answer, and he's like, okay, do it again.
Yep.
They do it again. And then he's like, who do you work for? And after not giving an answer, he's like, okay, kill him.
Alright, kill him, bye.
And as he starts to walk away, two people aim a gun at him, and this is when he screams out, His Majesty the King. It was the command from the king.
Again, which king?
I feel like the fact that they say His Majesty the King in Emily, that's like...
Yeah, but like, also, what if he's been told to say that by the actual king? What if he's like, don't say me, just say the king. They'll take with it what they may.
Yeah, okay. But the reason I believe it's the king of Emily is because the fact that this guy like literally was being threatened with death and being tortured, and this is what he says. I don't think it was like a lie. This seemed like I'm desperate to not die. I will tell you whatever you want to know.
True.
And also, it's the second time someone said the king.
True. But also, I feel like that would be something maybe if you were the King of Bhujar, you could be like, bro, get tortured a little bit, just a little bit, to make them seem like they're pulling it out of you, and then say the king. They're not gonna ask which the king, because they're gonna take with it what they may, because they're already pissed at him anyway. It's gonna all fall into place.
You say that like you fucking know the King of Bhujar. We haven't even met this guy yet.
I'm creating someone in my mind.
Well, don't do that, because then when we meet him and he doesn't live up to that, it's like, oh, this is awkward.
Oh, please.
I don't know. I'm convinced it's the King of Emily after this scene specifically, because it's the second time someone said it, and it was after being tortured and like being threatened with death.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's when you're more likely to speak the truth.
Yeah.
And it's still, I'm not opposed to being the King of Bhujar. I'm just leaning more towards the King of Emily in this situation.
But I feel like he's very, with the way we see him play chess all the time, I feel like he's very like particular with all his moves. I feel like he wouldn't be like, you go kill him. Like, he doesn't feel like that kind of dude. Like, I feel like that's not sneaky enough, you know?
Well, then again, if it's not the king, then I honestly lean more towards the fucking Phoenix clan.
I guess we'll see.
Because they're the only one who actually would have something to gain from this. And it's like Remy said, the only two clans who would gain benefit was Horse and Phoenix. And right now, because everyone's saying it's the king, they're all suspecting the Horse, while the Phoenix is slipping under the radar.
Oh no.
Anyway, then Kanin talks with Papa Horse. And he kind of like, he's trying to like mend fences between Kanin and the king. And talks about a lantern procession from their homeland that they're doing. And they're going to be going to.
So it's an event.
Yeah. So then later, Kanin is training for it with fencing. And afterwards, he asks Kanin, or Sharon, about if he's ever been to one of these before. And he's like, I used to go when I was young, but I haven't returned since. And he's like, well, let's go together and make new memories. Then we see a masked man walking around the streets. Turns out it's
Pseudo-dad.
What do we call him? Pseudo-dad, sure. It's Pseudo-dad. And, he had a mask hat on, very undercover. Sort of. But I recognized him right away, so it wasn't that undercover. But
yeah, I was like, bruh, Pseudo-dad, like, while he was walking across the bridge. Like, I was like, I know you.
But then, two guys come up with guns and point at him and said, do you really think you can escape the power of His Majesty the King?
What the fuck is going on?
Which means the king sent these guys to get him, who was apparently trying to escape the king. Which means, was it the king who sent the guys in the first episode?
Ooh. Okay, then this all falls apart, because, like, wait, why would he want his grandson, in quotes, dead, if he's gonna be his heir? Like, what's the point?
Did they ever want him dead? Or did they just attack and try to capture him?
They obviously made it really fucking hard, because he already told Charan to go get him. So, like, why would he also send other people to go get him? That then, in turn, could also have fucking killed him. Like, what's the thought process here?
Maybe he thought that Pseudo-dad wouldn't give him up. And so they had to put him in like a life or death situation in order to do it.
Was Charon keeping them updated back in Emily? Because if so, then he probably would have been like, "Yeah, I'm here. I'll bring him back." Like what the, like I know Kanin was like less than willing at that moment, but like the moment Charon was like, "Come with me, let's fly back to Emily," and was on his way back to Emily, I feel like the king presumably would have been like, "Okay, don't do it anymore," because they were chasing him all through fucking Thailand. So like, what was the point? Like, it all falls apart if that they also sent them at the beginning. I see the thought process, but like, why?
Unless, and this is where we're switching role apparently. What if he meant the King of Bhujar?
Woohoo!
Like, I don't know. Like, you've kind of put that in my head. And I'm like, maybe that could be the case too. But I'm also like maybe all this was from the King of Bhujar, and it's not actually someone from their own country. It's someone from an opposing country.
That's what I'm saying. Because like throughout this whole thing, we never hear them say like King Asawatimatin or like King this, whatever. It's just
they don't normally say that anyway, unless it's like in a formal setting. They only say His Majesty the King.
Like if you're in the UK, you obviously over and over, you're just gonna be like the king. You're not gonna ask like which king, because you know the king. Like,
yeah,
you know that that's the king. So like, understandable. But also, it raises suspicion of like if like then why would he send them in the beginning if that was him? Like that makes no sense. But also, I see where you're going with it. So I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll have to think about that one.
Yeah, but then Vedish comes up and he's just like, "Hey, I wouldn't do this because there are a lot of people around with phones and stuff, and you get in huge trouble. So I'm gonna take this guy and leave." And then does.
He's got friends. He's like, "Don't you try it. I've got people."
Yeah. So then, Sudat, he's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm a friend of Sharon. Want to make sure you were safe." And he's like, "Why? Like, is everything okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's fine. He just asked me to take care of you." And he's like, "Well, I'm fine. Thanks, I can take care of myself." And he's like, "You almost just got killed.
Literally, so, you were about to die 2 seconds ago, so no, you can't."
Yeah, those soldiers would have taken you away, so you're welcome.
Happy to be of service.
And he's like, no, they were no threat to me. And he's like, I think they were. If you got caught, you're as good as gone.
Yeah.
So, another theory I had, if the king did send them to get Suodad, is what does Suodad know that the king wanted to get him, and why would he run away?
Why are they constantly chasing after him? Like throughout the beginning, we've been just taking that as like, oh, he sees himself as his father, so I want to get that out of the equation kind of thing. But like, what if there's something else? Like, yeah, what if he knows something?
It could be that the king knows that if Kanin finds out his pseudo-dad's alive, he'll go back to him. And so now he's trying to literally kill him so he can.
True. But also, he's been trying to get him dead. Like, if what you're saying is right and he sent those people at the beginning as well, he's been trying to kill him this entire fucking time. At the very least, his pseudo-dad has been, like, hiding his face the entire time he's trying to get back to Emily. So he knows he's hiding from someone. So what does he know aside from the fact that he feels like Kanin's father? Like, I feel like there's more to it. There's got to be a secret.
That's true. Yeah, there could be more to it that he doesn't know.
What if the whole attack that night was planned by, like, the king? What if by someone he's hiding from? Who the fuck knows? Like, what if he knows stuff about that night that they were trying to kill him for? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh no, it's killing me, bro.
But then Suodad gets a text, and we don't know what it says, but he looks like concerned, I guess.
Yeah, I know he pulls out his phone and goes, and then like it ends. I'm like, what do you mean? What was the text? What's on the phone?
Yeah. So that's where we're at. MVP for the episode.
Oh jeez.
Fuck if I know.
Yeah, there was a lot of shit going down.
Okay, I think I got it. Actually.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Vedish.
Ramil. Good point.
Yeah, I picked Vedish just because at the end he was so easily able to free Pseudodad.
Yeah.
And get him away. And I was just like, that was so easy and good because clearly he knows and has information that I want to know. So I'm glad he did that.
I picked Ramil because I think it's my first time picking Ramil as well. But I picked Ramil because he, like, the second Peitai got injured, he was like, nah, fuck it, I'm on a mission. I'm gonna find who did
Yeah.
this. Like, whether he found who did it or not, he did not stop throughout the whole episode trying to figure out who the fuck hurt his person.
Yeah, he did.
Like, so I'm like, hey, fair. He did everything he could to try and figure out what the heck happened there because he didn't want to see him injured, and I love that.
Okay, do we have any more clues?
I'm gonna add the 3 suspects once I can sit up correctly.
Okay.
The ones that weren't on there, which is the King of Emily,
The King, Papa Slytherin, and Papa Shark.
Yes, those are, I'm adding those. Because apparently they weren't on the list before, and I don't think there's anything else other than that until we know what letter that we're talking about and what text we're talking about.
That's the thing, yeah. I feel like next episode, at the very least, we'll learn about the text.
Yes.
And what it said. We're in episode 10 now. We're kind of like in like this final arc. I need to know what happens.
I gotta know, bro. I gotta know.
I gotta know.
I gotta know.
Okay, well, I guess that's it for our recap of The Next Prince, episode 9.
Yay.
Join us next week where we will be recapping The Next Prince, episode 10.
Oh, we're getting there.
Yeah, we're nearing the ends.
What is it? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14?
I believe so, yeah.
5 more. Oy.
We're in the final stretch.
The final stretch.
So, we will see you all next week.
See you then.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.